The American Montessori Society, in partnership with Nature's Classroom Institute, present the following environment program.
Hi everyone, this is Jeffrey on the farm again, and today we have a great project that we have to do. My friend right next door here, that's Zeus, and Zeus has to get his wool shorn off. Yes, we're going to be taking all his wool off so that he is ready for the summer. So he's a little concerned about that, but it'll make him look so much better. So when you shear a sheep, you have to take off all their wool. And there's a special man that comes in and he has a machine, just like if you were going to get your hair cut. Very similar to that. So my friends here are ready for a great day of going to the wool dresser, just kind of like if you're going to the hairdresser. So here you can see one of our black sheep getting shorn. Our shearer's name is John, and he uses a machine that's run by electricity that takes all the wool off the sheep. That machine has a special comb, just like when you comb your hair, that combs through the wool, and as it goes through, another piece of the machine cuts the wool so that it comes off really nicely. Here is the machine that's used to shear the sheep. And as you can see, it's pretty heavy and it's a big machine. This is called the comb, and it will comb through the wool. And this is called the cutter. The cutter sits on top of the comb and goes back and forth like that as the comb goes through and cuts the wool. These will sit on the end of the machine like this. And that's what you saw the man shearing the wool. These tools right here are what we used before they had electricity. And you would have to use a pair of these to snip all the wool off. That would be very, very, very difficult. A shearer can shear a sheep in less than 2 minutes with the electric shearer. Shearers with these snippers would take about 4 minutes. You can also see that the sheep seems quite relaxed, just like when you're getting your hair cut at the hairdressers, you're kind of relaxed a little bit as well. This doesn't hurt the sheep at all. As a matter of fact, it's going to be very comfortable for the sheep once all the wool is taken off, because they will be much, much cooler. Here you can see all the beautiful white wool that's coming off. The wool is very, very clean close to the skin, and it stays very clean and white because there's an outer layer that protects it. Here you can see nearly all the wool coming off, and it comes off in what's called a big fleece. The wool from a sheep is called a fleece. A sheep produces something called lanolin. Lanolin is used to make your skin really nice and smooth. You probably have a product in your bathroom that has lanolin in it. The lanolin comes from the wool of the sheep, and that's what keeps it nice and clean. This guy is nearly done being shorn. In a couple of seconds, he'll be able to stand up and shake off and go and join his friends because all of his wool will have been taken off. We also have to shear Esmeralda, our llama. She needs to get all of her hair taken off. It's a little more difficult to shear a llama because llamas are really, really big. And the other thing that llamas have is they have hair, not wool. And this hair doesn't have lanolin in it. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to run that comb through her hair to get all that hair off. So as you can see, John is shaving down her neck and then down over her back as well. Peter and Caitlin are there just to keep Esmeralda comfortable and happy. Llamas don't like you touching the top of their head or their legs because in the wild, if they were attacked by a wolf or an animal like that, those animals would typically attack their legs or the top of their neck. So they get a little bit antsy when you're touching their legs or the top of their head. Now that the sheep have been shorn, we have to collect all the wool. And we collect the wool and it will eventually be cleaned and sorted, and then it will be able to be spun and made into wool clothing, rugs, sweaters, and things like that. Feeling a little vulnerable right now. They had all their wool taken off and they finally got back out to their pasture, and I gave them a little bit of a nibble so that they would be happy. Nice and white and black. So here we are, we have two of our friends that have completed having all their wool taken off, and they are back out on the farm ready to spend the summer much more comfortably. This is Jeffrey at Nature's Classroom Institute and Montessori School saying goodbye and thank you, and having a lot of fun and finding very interesting things about shearing sheep. If you'd like to incorporate nature into your classroom, visit discovernci.org/curriculum to download a variety of activities you can do with your students.
The preceding program was produced in partnership with the American Montessori Society.